Vaidyar, you mentioned that Ayurveda is all about uniqueness and all about each person needing their own set of rules, their own lifestyle. Why was it that Ayurveda became the system that worked or was introduced initially? How did that come about?
See, Ayurveda is a system of yoga that we need to understand and appreciate. It is another tradition that helps us to understand our true nature, which is spiritual. We are spiritual people before anything else. Everything else is after that. And you can have a read about this a little bit more in our website. There is what is that? A blog we have written about the ocean and the wave. That is give you a very clear idea what we're talking about. And we will give you the web address after this. See, why Ayurveda? Basically, it is a system of yoga which helps us to understand our body and mind, our unique body and mind, because we are all different. And as I said earlier, as we are all different, we need to have our own set of rules. And on what basis are you going to set these rules? This is where Ayurveda differs from every other system. Everyone talks very similar to what we are talking about. But when it comes to you as a unique individual, and this is where they fall out, and then Ayurveda steps in and is able to recognize you based on the combination of the 5 elements. All that is nature and all that is created has to have a combination of these 5 elements. We have.
How is that determined? How is that known?
These 5 elements are in all things that we see here and touch and all that. But the only difference is the proportion of the 5 elements in each of us differ. We all have different percentages of the 5 elements, and all of these elements have qualities, and based on that percentages, we take on those qualities. We take on those qualities of those elements, and so you have the 5 elements I have, and then this piece of wood here in front of us has also the 5 elements.
And this is where the concept of the reading the pulse is able to identify those.
Yeah, so the pulse reading actually gives us a very clear definition of the combination of the unique 5 elements that is in us. What is it that we are born with, that is an inherent nature, and what we call Prakriti. Prakriti is inherent nature, the qualities that we are born with based on certain karmic patterns, and that qualities are there for throughout the rest of our life. It doesn't change. Right? Our Prakriti remains the same throughout the duration of our life. Just as a tiger born a tiger will remain a tiger and not become a donkey halfway. So similarly, we are similar. We born with certain qualities. We will not differ from that qualities of the combination, the special combination of the 5 elements. Be it good, bad, right, wrong, it doesn't really matter. What matters is we recognizing that unique combination and knowing how to manage that. That's what Ayurveda teaches us. So
Traditionally, would this have been known like with a newborn baby or with a young child, or when would it become known to the person?
Yeah, I mean, in classical, in ancient India, this Ayurveda, as we say, it is a spiritual system. Why do we need to worry about our body and mind when we people say you don't have to care about your body and mind when you're a spiritual person? But that is, I think, is extremely wrong, because the body and mind are the only instruments we have that is going to allow us to experience our spiritual nature. And if it is that is disturbed and in pain, what little much you can do to recognize anything else other than the pain. So Ayurveda has introduced this idea about learning about yourself, learning about the weaknesses that we have inherently come with us at birth, which because of karma, and also our strength, which is also karma. So knowing how to manage this as best as we can, and creating the conditions for the body and mind to heal itself, to correct itself, to sustain itself, and to support itself. That's what Ayurveda does. It creates the condition for the body and mind by introducing correct lifestyle patterns. What one man's meat is another man's poison. What suits you need not necessarily suit another person. And this is very clear in Ayurvedic system. Each individual has got his qualities, and within the limits of those qualities, that person must set their life. Their rule of life and the rule of living is confined to that special combination of 5 elements. If this is done from the beginning at birth itself, we have a very strong potentials of leading a reasonably stable and disease-free life. But it doesn't absolve us of what we are here to experience. What karma has in store for us, we do not know, and we will never know. But what we know, at least, is that the structure of our body and mind, and we can learn about the weaknesses and the strength of our body and mind, and we can learn how to manage that as best as we can.